Going very close to $300 a share. FBI Director, Deputy Director Andrew McCabe faces questioning behind closed doors today. This is the investigation into Russia, and the election. Joining us now is Congressman Jim Jordan, Republican from Ohio. Jim, I want to know about that meeting. Lisa Page, Peter Strzok, Andy McCabe, and this is where Peter Strzok later messaged that they couldn't take the risk, I guess, of a Trump win. What do you think that meeting was all about?
I think it's where they plan to go after one party's nominee for president, and that never should happen in this great country where the FBI is working to help one candidate and working to harm another. But that looks like the meeting where it all kind of unfolded, and they decided we're going to go after Donald Trump because we can't trust the American people not to elect this guy. Thank goodness the American people did elect Donald Trump and make him the next president.
What on earth is the deputy director of the FBI? I think he's the number 2 man at the FBI.
Yeah.
What's he doing in a meeting with vigorous Trump haters from the Justice Department discussing the election?
It never should happen. But I mean, look, we know almost all of Mueller's team is anti-Trump. That's not big news. What is big news is Peter Strzok, the guy in that meeting who exchanged the text messages with his colleague Lisa Page, is the same guy who ran the Clinton investigation, who ran the Russian investigation, who interviewed Clinton, interviewed Mills, interviewed Abedin, changed the letter, the now famous exoneration letter from gross negligence, a crime, to extreme carelessness. He's also the guy who interviewed Mike Flynn in the Russian investigation, picked by Mueller's team, then subsequently removed from Mueller's team. I think it's all because of this dossier. Now, I think Peter Strzok is remember Peter Strzok is the deputy head of counterintelligence. I think his fingerprints are all over this dossier, this disproven dossier that was taken to the FISA court to get the warrants.
Is it possible that this dossier was the reason, it was inspired by Democrats, paid for by Hillary's campaign? Is it possible that that was used almost as the excuse to open up the Russia thing?
I totally believe that's the case. And really, Stuart, there are 2 fundamental questions. Did the FBI pay Christopher Steele, the guy who wrote the dossier? And then was the dossier used as the basis to secure the warrants at the FISA court to spy on Americans associated with President Trump's campaign? If the answer to either one of those questions is a yes, then these folks are as guilty as sin, and something happened in this country that never should take place, i.e. the FBI went after one political party's nominee.
Why is the Justice Department withholding vital documents about what really went on from you investigators?
For the life of me, I do not know. We have asked fundamental questions of Attorney General Sessions, FBI Director Wray, and the Deputy Director at the Justice Department, Rod Rosenstein. They will not answer our questions. So now it's time for subpoenas. And the chairman of the Judiciary Committee is going to subpoena Lisa Page. He's going to subpoena Bruce Orr. He's going to subpoena Peter Strzok. And we're also going to get eventually to Andrew McCabe as well. We need those people to come in, be deposed, and then put them on the same stand that Mr. Sessions and Mr. Rosenstein sat on just in the past few weeks.
Can we, the people, see this questioning? Because at the moment it's behind closed doors. We all want to see it.
Yeah, that's why they have to come in front of the judiciary. We have primary jurisdiction over the Justice Department and the FBI. That's why they have to come to the Judiciary Committee in an open setting and answer the questions so the entire country can see, did these folks really go after, in a campaign, did they try to help one candidate win and go after the other party's nominee? I think they did. All the evidence points in that direction, but we'll find out for sure when we get the documents, we depose them, and we put them on the witness stand.
Yeah, I think there's a degree of public confusion here because the story's been going on for so long and it goes off on all kinds of tangents, who met who and who said what where. But the bottom line, and again, this is what I'm saying, there's a cabal within the FBI, within the Justice Department, which conspired to change an American election, anti-Trump, and cover up for Hillary. That's my position. Am I on the right track?
You're totally on the right track. And think about this. In spite of the Democrat National Party, Democrats being against President Trump, in spite of the establishment being against Trump, in spite of the elite national media being against Trump, and in spite of the FBI and Justice Department being against him, he still won. The American people still elected him. So there are all kinds of things we've got to get to, but that's the bottom line. He won in spite of all this stuff, but we still need to hold people accountable if they did, in fact, what I believe they did.
You know, Jim, I owe you an apology. I gave you a hard time about Obamacare and the failure of the GOP to get rid of it. Okay, I'm very sorry I said that. We're cheering you on in this case. Jim Jordan, you, sir, are all right. Thank you very much, sir. See you again soon.
Take care, Stuart. Thank you.
Sure.